go to about the 1 minute mark, and when I'm done, roll commercials till I come back up, and I'll tell you when to stop. When you're out of those commercials after the 6 minutes, just give me a point to know that, just to make sure I don't start rambling in the middle of the commercial.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling. Gross Motors of Neillsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neillsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Go, we're ready? Hey guys, welcome to the Bozen Fieldhouse here at Marshfield Senior High School in Marshfield, Wisconsin, and this is the Hillers True Value pregame show. Hillers True Value is your Milwaukee tool headquarters. Head on down to Hillers right after the game. Get all your Milwaukee tool needs settled there. Heated jackets, guys, it's going to get cold again. You're going to need one of those. Of course, all your Milwaukee tools, batteries, accessories, right on anything pens, it's all right there at Hillers True Value on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. We're back again. We left you last night with Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball up in DC Everest, and here we are in Marshfield. DC Everest Evergreens came with us, and they're here to take on the home Marshfield Tigers, and both teams sit at 4-5 in the Valley. A win today will bring somebody back to even and maybe launch them into the postseason here in just a couple weeks. There's only 3 games left in the regular season in the Wisconsin Valley, so it's getting right down to the nitty-gritty here, and it's going to come fast and furious as we come down to this final stretch here. Again, you're watching the Hillers True Value pregame show. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, Jason with the Zaleski Sports Show. I will take you coast to coast today's play-by-play pregame show. We're going to talk to Coach Varsho. We'll talk to her in just a bit, find out about her Marshfield Tigers, and then we'll turn it over to Coach Bullis and the DC Everest Evergreens. And again, we'll talk to both coaches, get their feelings on this game today, playing back-to-back games and where they feel their teams are headed as they head down this very final stretch in the conference season. So we'll have Coach Marshall come over here as soon as she remembers to head on over here. We'll get her attention here in just a minute. We'll talk to Coach Marshall again about the win last night against Wausau East and what that means to the team here coming into this game today as she gets her final game preparation done here, and we'll get her attention in just a quick moment here. Actually, we'll get Coach Bolus out here as Taylor's a little bit slow. We'll have Coach stand on the other side here. Coach, so we were just talking to the audience about playing back-to-back games. You and I talked right over here about that. How does the team mood right now, energy? What do you expect today?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we got to come out and create our own energy. We just talked about that when we went in the locker room right before here. Back-to-back games are always tough. You know, you never know how legs are going to be, and so. But we're both in the same boat, Marshfield and us. So we'll have to come out and you know, it might be a little rough early, like it was last night with the week off. But we'll see what we get.
And then speaking of in the same boat, you're both 4-5. Is this a must-win game here right now?
Well, it's not a must-win, but if you want to finish third in the conference, you know, it's pretty much a must-win. So, you know, I think it'll be a good ball game. You know, we're both pretty evenly matched.
All right, Coach. Good luck.
Thank
Thanks
you
for stopping by. We'll have Coach Marshall join us here. And Coach, of course, we're just talking to Coach Bolus there. And what we talked about was playing back-to-back games. Your bus rolled in here just after 10 o'clock last night, and here we are just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. What's the team energy? What's the strategy with that kind of a format here today?
You know, last night we played a hard-fought game against Wausau East, and they had a tough game on the road or at home against Point. So we're both in the same boat, and you know, we're just getting prepared for tournament time because this is what we do with the back-to-back games. This is what we have to do. Yeah, you are both in the same boat and both looking forward to the tournament. I'm sure you got business to handle here. You're both 4-5. A win today brings somebody back to 500. Is this a gotta-have-it game here today? You know, this game we were just talking before yesterday. You know, looking at our sectional and stuff like that. You know, this game's huge. Every game from now on, conference-wise, is going to be a really crucial game for our city and for our conference. So. And then aside from the scoreboard in the first 5 minutes of the game, how will we know things are going the way that you want it to go? You know, I think the more aggressive team's going to win today. The one that's going to dive on the floor, the more that the team that's going to communicate more, and as well as, you know, the team that just out-hustles each other. So that's what I'm looking for, and I think you're going to see it the first 5 minutes. So. Coach, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. All right, guys, Coach Marshall there telling us this game a little bit more something that she wants to have. Coach Bolus, although both coaches want to win, Coach Bolus not so sure this is a must-win game in the grand scheme of things. Coach Marshall thinking more big picture right now, but both coaches want to win, and of course they want to win. They want to win right now. A win today brings one of these teams back to 500 at 5-5 and securely in third place in the Wisconsin Valley. A loss will drop one of these teams to 4-6, and they'll have to scratch and claw their way the rest of the way. Guys, this has been the Hillers True Value pregame show. Hillers True Value located on South Central Avenue in Marshfield is your Milwaukee Tool headquarters. Head on down to Hillers right after today's game. Get your heated jackets, tools, batteries, accessories, wire ending pens, all at Hillers True Value. National Anthem's coming up. We'll be back with starting lineups after this.
2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Just a short drive from Marshfield, Chili Implement is your local headquarters for snow removal equipment for your home or business. Take advantage of 0% financing on select make and models. See store for details. The friendly staff at Chili Implement is there to help equip you this season for whatever snow removal needs you may have. Just 10 miles west of Marshfield, Chili Implement, an authorized dealer for Kubota, is located north of Highway 10 on County Road Y in Chili.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. All right, guys, back here at the Boesen Fieldhouse in Marshfield, Wisconsin, Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball between the visiting DC Everest Evergreens and the home Marshfield Tigers. Again, both teams coming in at 4-5 on the season. A win will put one of these teams at 500, and with a little spark as they head down the stretch with just a handful of games left. Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Total Body Fitness in Marshfield. Total Body Fitness, a great group of people down there, excellent workout equipment, good environment, and a great workout. All is ready for you at Total Body Fitness in Marshfield. Starting lineup for the DC Everest Evergreens: number 5, Zoe Minahan; number 11, Alexis Wanowiak; number 12, Mallory Schmall; number 20 is Gabby Anderson; and number 22 is Paige Zarnick. For the Marshfield Tigers, a sophomore, number 3, Maddie Michaels; a junior, number 5, Katie Johnson; sophomore, 15, Paige Preston; another sophomore, number 20, Brooklyn Bushak; and the senior, and the only senior on this year's Marshfield Tigers roster, is number 44, Jenna Jacoby. So again, the Tigers go Michaels, Johnson, Preston, Bushak, Jacoby, and 3 sophomores in that starting lineup for the Marshfield Tigers. And all things considered with that, and a first-year head coach in Taylor Varsho, take a look at the conference record, say 4-5, you're like, geez, 4-5, well, maybe they could be better, but all things considered, with the 3 sophomores and the first-year head coach, 4-5, not too shabby. But again, both teams coming in at 4-5. Everest took one on the chin last night at home against Spash, as they had a lead coming down the stretch against the undefeated in first place Spash Panthers, let it slip away at the end. And the Marshfield Tigers took care of Wausau East last night. Opening tip goes to the Tigers, so both those teams rolled into their respective home gymnasiums last night just after 10 o'clock. And here they are playing basketball at 3:30 the next afternoon. So you would say all things equal in that right. They've got equal records. Maybe the only discerning factor here is one team is at home, one team is on the road. Road team here with the ball. Anderson with it at the top of the key. Swings it back to Minahan. And back to Anderson it comes. And look to the Evergreens to feed inside Wanowiak here often, as she wears number 11, guarded by Michaels now. Pick and roll didn't get to her. Ball deflected and brought away by the Tigers. Jacoby up with it, pushing. Gets it over to Michaels in the corner, right back to Jacoby. Jacoby sees Bushak flash in the middle of the lane, and we've got our first jump ball 47 seconds into this contest, and we go back the way of the Evergreens as the Tigers won the opening tip. Ball battled for on the sidelines and stripped away by Johnson, and then brought right back by Minahan. So Evergreens still with the ball here. Back-to-back turnovers there. Schmoll with it. Harassed by Johnson, does get it loose over to Anderson. Both teams 0 for 1 from the field here in the first minute 15 of action. Schmoll wheels around Michaels, gets it into Wanowiak. Wanowiak posted down low, goes right hand up, no, but fouled on the shot. And 2 free throws coming up for Wanowiak. Michaels picks up her first foul, team first for the Tigers. And Wanowiak off the back iron, too strong, misses the front end of the shooting foul, free throws, and we'll have attempt number 2 coming up here. Attempt number 2 is in and good. And the Evergreens are on the board here, and they lead 1-0 to the Marshfield Tigers. Jacoby, entry pass, got away, but Jacoby able to scoop up the loose ball. She's fouled on the shot, and Jacoby will go to the line for 2. So back-to-back consecutive shooting fouls here on the court. Gabby Anderson picks up the foul, and it's the Evergreens' first team foul. Jacoby, left-handed shooter, up and in. Second free throw on the shooting foul, rattles around and out. It hit the rim 3 times. The third time it bounced off in front. A loose ball brought down by the Evergreens. Again, pressure being put on by the Tiger, full court pressure. And almost had a 5-second call there, but able to get loose. Wanowiak under the basket is loose, shot up too strong. Ball bounces around, comes down in the hands of Minahan. Anderson with it here, and the Evergreens have a second chance opportunity on this possession. And the entry pass again, down low, is up and good for Wanowiak. Tigers going to have to get a handle on Wanowiak here, as she almost single-handedly beat the Spash Panthers last night. Wanowiak went for 16 points last night, had 10 in the second half. Wanowiak had an 8-0 run to start the second half. That shot up and good by Paige Preston. First field goal made for the Tigers, and we're square at 3 here early goings at the Boesen Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Tigers again won last night, had a bit easier time against the winless squad from Wausau East as Schmoll drives and banks it off the backboard, up and good. Interesting there, the Tigers again played the last place winless team in the Valley Conference, Wausau East Lumberjacks, and these Evergreens went up against the undefeated first place Spash Panthers, and expected results perhaps on both ends, although again Everest made it exciting. They actually led in that game with about 3 minutes left. Had a 5-point lead at the 6-minute mark in the second half. Looked like they were in control of that game. Madison Rogan and Leah Ernest came roaring back against the Evergreens and extended their undefeated mark to 9-0 in the Valley. Michaels, 3 on the way, off the back of the rim. No, Jacoby up with the rebound, grabs it with one hand, left hand is up, no. Wanowiak comes down with the rebound. Jacoby hits the deck. Evergreens head the other way. Usually a shot Jacoby's going to make in that situation, just missed it. Evergreens again, crisp outside passing, look to get the Tigers man defense out of position there and get the ball into Wanowiak. Wanowiak with Jacoby on her. And Wanowiak was fronted last night by the Spash Panther defense. Jacoby playing behind Wanowiak here in the early going, and Jacoby steps in front of the pass, knew exactly what she was doing. Jacoby to the rack, no, and they're going to call a blocking foul on the floor, no shot. And the Tigers will inbound from under their basket. Olivia Fernstedt with the foul. Team third for the Evergreens, so we'll keep an eye on that as we're 4.5 minutes here into this first half. 3 on the way from Michaels, just a bit too long. A rebound brought down by Fernstedt. Evergreens turn things back up the other way. They are leading 5-3 here, early going at the Boesen Fieldhouse in Marshfield. Again, both teams coming in at 4-5. Marshfield coming in off of a win. Evergreens of DC Everest coming off of a loss. And I don't know, there's two ways to look at it. This is a pivotal game for both teams. One of these teams will go back to 500 here later on this evening and lock themselves squarely in third place in the Valley. Just a matter of who it's going to be. The other team will be trailing, and they'll be at 4-6 and have at a minimum, an uphill climb. I would say probably another consequence of sitting at 4-6 at this point is going to have a non-desirable seed in their section headed into the 2019 WIAA playoffs. A lot to be determined, though. There are still a couple conference games left after this here for both teams, as Steele went for and missed. Shot put up down low and no. Winoviak wheels around. Third missed shot for the Evergreens. They're going to have a fourth chance at it here. Had 3 missed field goals in this possession, but scrapping along, get the ball back. Marshfield unable to come up with the defensive rebound. Studeman with the ball, backs up almost to the middle of the court there. Schmoll with Johnson on her, passes it back to Fernstadt. Down low, that shot off by Zarnik. Well, that was Langseth. Langseth in the middle there. Missed the shot and turnover. Marshfield finally able to stop that offensive onslaught there put on by the Evergreens. Multiple shots in that possession. No points, though, so victory on that possession for the Tigers. They go back on offense here. 11:50 left in the half, and a low-scoring game here. And again, Coach Bullis told us frequently this season he likes a low-scoring game. He believes his Evergreens are better suited for that low-scoring game. Scored 37 points last night. 5 points through the first 6+ minutes here tonight. And both teams coming off of late-night arrivals after night games last night back at their home high schools, and see what kind of energy we're going to have here out of either of these teams. Shot put up there by Bushak was long. Mallory Schmoll with the foul, her first, team fourth. Marshfield again will inbound. Katie Johnson looks in. Gets the ball inbounds, pass right to her, swung out Michaels, 3 on the way, is also long. She's missed a handful of threes here in the early going. Loose ball picked up by Preston. Bounce pass to Jacoby, swings it all the way over to Michaels, foot on the line, and 2-pointer there for Maddie Michaels. She's able to connect on her first field goal. We see Mom Heidi here watching and proud of Maddie to get one in here. Maybe get something going there for Maddie Michaels. Schmoll 3 on the way off the back of the rim. No, Jacoby with the rebound. 5-all here. Tigers looking to break the tie. Jacoby around Winoviak is up and good. Tigers with 2 straight baskets, able to take the lead. They led at 1-0. I'm sorry, this is their first lead of the game, so they lead here for the first time. 10 minutes to go in the half. Winoviak wheels around. That ball hit off the back of the backboard and out of bounds. That ball might have bounced on the baseline out of bounds to begin with. The same result as mass substitutions come in here for both teams, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see a lot of substitutions throughout the course of this game as both teams look to stay fresh. One on the court here, Desiree Weisenberger. Happy birthday to Desiree. Desi turned something today. I don't know if I had to guess, 17? And we're guessing at it. Happy birthday, Desi. Let's just say that. That ball out of bounds off of Katie Johnson last, and the ball will be turned over back to DC Everest. Inbound from the corner. I'm sure Desi would like a win on her birthday here today. Evergreen's trying to make Desi go and find a different birthday gift. Anderson with the ball, Desi on her. Passes out to Studeman, and again, the Evergreens work the ball back around Wanowiak off the floor here. They're going to have to find something else in the middle, and that something else is Paige Zarnik. Zarnik with the ball went up, and she was fouled on the floor. No shooting foul there. It's only going to be the Tigers' second team foul as Jacoby will come in for Bushak. Get some straightening out here at the scorer's table. And we're not exactly sure what the straightening is. It could be who the foul was called on. But our official's also interested in some jersey numbers out there. We'll see what that's all about. And now Mr. Ashbeck here, one of our officials, checks with Coach Varsho. Find out so they were straightening out who the foul was called on. It is Weisenberger, picks up her first. She remains in the game for the Tigers. Ball into Zarnik. Zarnik spins around, loses the ball, picked up by Johnson. Johnson looks up ahead, has Jacoby on her left, and Michaels in the corner on the right. Gets it down to Michaels. Back up to Johnson, all the way over to Weisenberger. Weisenberger, right hand up and good. Birthday points for Desi Weisenberger. And we're going to have our first timeout of the game called by DC Everest. With 9:12 left in the first half, Marshfield 9, DC Everest 5.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back here at the Boesen Fieldhouse in Marshfield, Jason here with the Zaleski Sports Show on the call for you. And again, thanks for tuning into this free live high school broadcast. And again, make sure to thank those sponsors you see on the bottom of the screen. Next time you spend your money on the stuff they have, make sure you spend it there, as they're the ones who keep these broadcasts coming to you completely free year-round. 9-5 Marshfield lead. Everest with the ball. Drive by Studeman, cut off there on the baseline. Passed all the way over to Anderson. Anderson showed ball, up with the right hand, no. Loose ball bounces into the hands of Michaels. And the Tigers come away with the good defensive possession and a chance to grow their 4-point lead. Preston with the ball on the near wing. Ball floated into Jacoby as the Evergreens settled into their 3-2 zone defense, and going to have a foul on Gabby Anderson. Picks up her second foul. It's team number 5, and Anderson will check out. Schmoll in for her. Those 2 fouls are going to take a seat on the bench. And 8.5 minutes left. Evergreens with the 5 team fouls. We'll keep an eye on that here as this first half progresses. Jacoby in the middle, and good. Easy basket there by Jacoby off the feed from Paige Preston. Assist for Preston, but Jacoby again making herself available down low on her favored left side, and it was easy spin there on the left. Weisenberger went for the steal and is going to get caught with a foul. It's going to be her second foul in the last minute and a half of game action. It's only the 3rd team foul for the Tigers, and it looks like Weisenberger will go out. Bushak will come in. As Weisenberger will take a seat on the bench, think about those 2 fouls and birthday plans later today. And for all I know, she probably already had her birthday celebration. We're just late for it. Son of a gun. Didn't even think of that until now. Minahan gets over to Schmoll, and Schmoll to Studeman. Studeman dumps into Wanowiak. Wanowiak spins on Jacoby. He gets it to bounce in. Wanowiak picks up her 5th point. She's got 5 of the 7 for the Evergreens here in the first half. And no surprise there, that offense goes through Alexis Winoviak. As you'll see, the Evergreens dutifully getting the ball into Winoviak, and the Tigers have no problem getting that ball inside to Jacoby. She's got 7 points. And Winoviak, Jacoby here doing battle down low. Winoviak in down low again. Ball rolls out. Michaels gets the rebound. Winoviak just missed that one as it leaked out the left side of the rim. 7 minutes left in the half. Michaels with it. Gets it over to Preston. Preston in the corner. The ball worked back up. Steal by Studeman. Studeman heads to the rack. Off the backboard just a bit too strong. Loose ball. Michaels ran into by Schmoll. No foul called. That ball tipped by Preston. And Preston with the steal gets it right back for the Tigers. Studeman had a chance at the layup, and her shot was just too strong. Bodies collided under the basket, and ends with a Preston steal, and Tigers back with it here. Shot by Johnson is off. Tigers taking multiple three-point shots here in the first half. Haven't been able to find the bottom of the net on any of them. Fernstadt gets it over to Studeman. Right back to Minahan and back to Fernstadt as they look down low again for Winoviak. Defense collapsed that time with Bushak helping Jacoby on Winoviak as we watch Winoviak with the lime green headband down low. Jacoby poked that one away. Now Winoviak down low all alone. They didn't see her. And a drive by Schmoll up and around Jacoby is good. Mallory Schmoll, 4 points. And the Evergreens pull to within 4. It is 13-9, 5:40 left in the half. Skip pass over to Michaels. Didn't pull the trigger on that 3. And Michaels with 2 points, had a foot on the line on her field goal made. Johnson on the drive, up over Winoviak, too strong. Loose ball comes down, brought down by Olivia Fernstadt. And she'll bring it up for the Evergreens. Bounce pass ahead for Studeman. Studeman got down too low, gets it out to Winoviak. Winoviak bounces and rolls it in. Alexis Winoviak. Shooter's touch here on the away gym, and that's going to bring a Marshfield Tiger Taylor Varsho timeout. It was a 6-0 run by the Evergreens with 5:10 left. It's Marshfield still in the lead, 13-11.
Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows, and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Gross Motors of Neelsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neelsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors.
All right, again, back at the Boesen Fieldhouse here in Marshfield, out of a Taylor Varsho Marshfield Tiger timeout as she saw her lead slip away there. It was a 6-2 Everest run coming down those last couple minutes, and Coach Varsho had seen enough. Calls a timeout to get her Tigers recalibrated. They're still up by 2. Yeah. Varsho again stomps her foot on the sideline and inspires Paige Preston. Preston, a junior for the Marshfield Tigers. I originally said in the starting lineup sophomore. That's what the roster at the gym here shows, but Preston puts the Tigers back up by 4. Studeman with it in the corner, kicks it back up to Fernstadt. Fernstadt over to Schmoll. Winoviak comes up to the high post. Jacoby shadows her every step of the way. And Winoviak calls for it down low, and Minahan passed up that opportunity right back to Minahan, and Winoviak comes right back to the spot. Jacoby, tough defense down low on Winoviak. And we've got a double dribble call, and that's going to be a turnover. And Marshfield will, again, start another offensive possession here, up by 4, 4:10 left before the half. Michaels looked at a 3. Schmoll closed out on Michaels a little bit too quickly for her liking, pulled it back down. Into Jacoby down low on the right side, shoots left-handed, gets it up and in. 9 points for Jacoby. Coach Varsho calls out 2 for her Tiger defense. And 2 got the ball into Wanowiak as the Evergreens able to beat the Tiger defense that time, and Wanowiak matches Jacoby. She's got 9 as these two go toe-to-toe here at the Bozen Fieldhouse in Marshfield. In off the fingertips of Bushak. Michaels saves it, saved it into Schmoll. Schmoll cut off by Bushak, and Bushak can be called with the block. Somewhat of a needless interaction there. Bushak looking to cut off the drive of Schmoll. Her Tiger teammates looked like they had the defense solidified behind her. Aggressive play there by Bushak is going to pick up her first, team 4th. Everest still on that 5th. They had 5 team fouls with 6.5 minutes left and have behaved since then. Schmoll with it over to Fernstadt. Work the ball all the way back around. Again, all this work trying to free up Wanowiak down on the middle there, down on the low block now as Jacoby stays right with her. Wanowiak hand up high, 1 foot in the lane, 1 foot out. As Schmoll works around Wanowiak, Jacoby brings down the rebound, turns the other way. Looks up ahead, sees 3 Evergreens in front of her. Pass stepped in front of by Schmoll, and Schmoll takes it. Schmoll's going to bring it back up and reset the Evergreen offense. And everything down low here with Jacoby and Wanowiak. Bushak looking to help down low and late on the closeout. Rebound put up and good by Schmoll. Schmoll there with the putback, and it's just a 2-point game now with 2:17 left in the half. Schmoll picks up her 6th point of the night on the offensive rebound. Offensive rebound's been plentiful here in the first half for the Evergreens. Tigers mainly just held to 1 field goal attempt per possession. See how that plays out here as this half continues and into the second half. Generally, that's going to favor the team with the offensive rebounds. Michaels again misses on another 3. Long rebound comes out and settles in the hands of Kelnhofer. Michaels with it into Jacoby. Jacoby harassed by Schmoll. Bushak left alone for a 12-footer, up and good for Brooklyn Bushak. Sophomore picks up her first points of the night, and the lead again, back up by 4, are the Tigers. Schmoll takes the handoff, cut off there by Preston, puts up a wild left-hand shot and gets it to go. And back to a 2-point game. Schmoll with 4 straight points. 1:25 left in the half. Jacoby Michaels on Wanowiak, and it looks like Wanowiak's going to pick up the foul. And it is Wanowiak's foul. It's going to send Michaels to the line for 2. 2 free throws on the shooting foul. First one is up and good. Michaels, good free throw shooter, probably the best free throw shooter for the Tigers. Minute 23, she's got her Tigers up by 3. Back end of the shooting foul. Free throw is good, so Michaels 2 for 2. She's got 4 points on the afternoon. Everest looking to stay step for step here with the Tigers. They've been able to do it for the last 5 minutes. Jacoby picks that one off, and she's got Minahan to beat. Jacoby up with the left hand, and one. Jenna Jacoby. Jacoby picked it off and headed straight down the court. Left-handed shooter, stayed on the left side of the lane the whole time. Minahan was with her step for step, but contact as Jacoby went up, got the foul, and Jacoby misses the free throw. Preston, and it's a travel by Preston. She had the ball and the rebound under the basket and Had thought about turning around the basket, didn't, and in that confusion took another dribble. And I would say probably the call more appropriately, a double dribble there, but turnover either way. And we're going to wind now to under a minute left. It's a Tiger 6-point lead, their largest lead of the game. Studeman in the lane, right-handed runner is up and good for Hannah Studeman. And again, Everest stays close here. It's what Coach Bullis needs his team to do. Bushak out to Jacoby. Jacoby a foot inside the line. Ball swung all the way around to Mattis. Mattis kicks it back out. Bushak, her favorite spot there on that side, just a bit too short. Hit one just like it. Hit a 12-footer a moment ago. That one was more of a 15-foot variety and came up just short on it. Bullis tells his girls to hold for one. We've got 20 seconds left before the half. Schmoll with it, turns on Johnson. Clock hits 15. Fernstadt with 9 seconds left. Skip pass all the way over to Studeman. 3 off the back of the iron, no. 3 seconds, 2, Johnson, half court, and that ball was tipped by Studeman. Did not reach anywhere near the basket. Nice job there by Studeman to keep lively hands there as we had our final buzzer of the half sound. And these two teams go to the locker rooms with the Marshfield Tigers up over the DC Everest Evergreens 23-19. We'll be back with first half stats after this. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties, 1.5 million pounds of milk daily, gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at nasonvilledairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we build relationships with our customers. It takes handshakes and continued conversations and commitment to withstand the test of time. Whether it's in ag loans or personal banking, we respond with flexibility, creativity, and a commitment to serve those needs and by extension to our communities. Stop by or call any of our 5 convenient locations to find out what Citizen State Bank of Loyal can do for you.
All right, back here at the Boesen Fieldhouse, it is halftime as the Marshfield Tigers lead the DC Everest Evergreens 23-19. First half stats go as follows. First for the visiting DC Everest Evergreens and leading Evergreens in scoring, Alexis Wanoviak has 9 points. Mallory Schmoll right behind her with 8, and Hannah Studeman with 2. For the Marshfield Tigers and leading all scorers is Jenna Jacoby with 11 points. Maddie Michaels and Paige Preston each with 4. Desiree Weisenberger and Brooklyn Bushak, each with 2 points for the Tigers. And as these leading scorers would tell you, it's been a Jacoby Wanowiak battle from start to finish. And I would expect that second half to resemble very much the first half, with both Jacoby and Wanowiak battling down low, battling for those points. And it looks like this game is going to go through one of those two girls here today. Again, Jacoby leads all scorers with 11, Wanowiak with 9. We'll be back with second half action in just a bit.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Gross Motors of Neelsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neelsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties. 1.5 million pounds of milk daily gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at nasonvilledairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality. Stop into any of our locations at Auburndale, Marshfield, Withee, Greenwood, Roselleville, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids, and talk to our friendly personal bankers who are here to help you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
"2019 is all about change in the Chevy lineup, and that change starts today with the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer. Let's take an inside look at this amazing new SUV. With a range of interior and exterior options, there's a Blazer fit for you. Come on down to Wheeler's Family Auto Group and see the all-new 2019 Chevy Blazer.
For almost 50 years, Abbey Bank has been providing financial services to local families and businesses. What makes us different? Our partnership with the communities we serve, helping families grow, helping business grow, and celebrating important moments. With new programs and facilities, support for our youth, and help for those most in need. Abbey Bank invests in its communities and gives back locally. With locations in Abbotsford, Appleton, Medford, Wausau, and Weston, we make banking about you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
and then it gets everybody.
Yeah.
Have fun in North Carolina. Oh, that should be good. Yeah? That surprised me.
Yeah. Maybe get lucky and oil being over
Girls? Well, that would be something.
They play double header. Double header. So.
Well, that would be something. There's something mysterious happening about that one. There is. I mean,
it's small, it's loud.
Yeah. All right, man.
I'll see you guys later.
You ready? All right, again, welcome back for the second half here at the Boesen Fieldhouse in Marshfield. As we start second half play, it is the Marshfield Tigers leading the DC Everest Evergreens 23-19. As both these teams huddle up here and get ready for second half action. And highlights of this game available later tonight on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show. You can see Marshfield Tiger gymnastics highlights right now. And of course, I don't want you to leave this game to go watch those highlights, but next break in the action or after the game's done, check those out. Marshfield Tiger gymnastics team having quite a season this year. Also highlights last night of DC Everest Spash girls basketball. You can catch up on anything you missed in that DC Everest Spash game from last night. And those highlights on Facebook at Zaleski Sports. Stevens Point highlights on the Zaleski Sports Facebook network of all kinds of stuff last night, including what I would call a upset in boys basketball as the Loyal Greyhounds took down the Neilsville Warriors. That highlight is Zaleski Sports Neilsville. Doubleheader Stratford Phillips last night. Those highlights are out there. Again, it's all you can eat and completely free sports content on the Zaleski Sports Facebook network as Michaels comes away with that loose ball as the Everest possession comes up empty. Their first possession here in the second half. They're down by 4. Tigers up by 4 with the ball as that one was batted back down by Minahan and recaptured by the Tigers. And Tigers go back to work. Katie Johnson with the ball gets it down to Michaels in the corner. Wanoviak closes out on her. Jacoby all the way over, and Anderson rips that one off. Tigers tempting fate one too many times there with those skip passes. .42 left here to go before halftime, and again Minahan with it gets it down to Zarnik. 3 on the way from Schmoll off the back of the iron. No, Jacoby loose ball, and I think that last one off of, well, it went off of Anderson. They're going to call a foul on Anderson. That's going to be her third. We'll keep an eye on Gabby Anderson here for the rest of the second half. Michaels gets it into Bushak, right back to Michaels. Michaels, 3 on the way, no. Michaels now 0 for 5 from the three-point line here today. The only Tiger that's taken a three-point attempt. And that basket up and in. Wanoviak gets things cooking here in the second half again for the Evergreens. Bushak in the corner, gets it back up to Michaels. Quick hands again for Minahan. Almost knocked it free. Brought back in by Katie Johnson. Johnson with the ball now. Works with Preston in the corner. Ball comes all the way back around. Michaels, 3 on the way, long. Maddie not finding any rhythm from the outside here tonight. She's 0 for 6 now. 3-point shooting here this afternoon. Her Tigers, though, in the lead by 2, 23-21. And again, we'll go back to conversations we've had this season with Evergreen's head coach, Coach Bullis, and we've talked to Coach a few times about strategy, and telling us all the time his team plays well in a low-scoring game. He wants to keep scoring as low as possible, sometimes painfully low, and that's kind of the situation that we're in here. If you're a fan of 80 to 75 games, you should turn away now, because this is not going to be that. But Coach believes that a low-scoring game gives his team the best chance to win. So you got to figure he's liking what he's seeing here so far. Bushak turns. That shot was short. Battled for it underneath. Preston up, no, but she's fouled on her way up. Paige Preston will go to the line for free throws. As Preston's got 4 points, all 4, of course, in the second half. We've had only 2 points scored in the second half, and those came on an Alexis Wanowiak field goal. Preston's first free throw is long, no good. Free throw number 2 is up on the way and good. And we got more live high school sports coming up later tonight, 7 o'clock. Head on over to ZaleskiSportsShow.com, hit live sports, and you can watch the Neilsville Warriors take on the Greenwood Indians. That's boys basketball. As the Warriors again took one on the chin last night over in Loyal, as Jacoby swats that ball away from Wanowiak. Clover Belt East conference action there. That's a makeup game from earlier this week. As 20 and 20 both get tied up there. Bushak and Anderson tied up, and a jump ball will point the way of the Tigers. So again, Warriors, Indians coming up tonight. Again, pregame show will start at 7. Tip 7:15 over in Neilsville, ZaleskiSportsShow.com, and click live sports for your viewing pleasure. Jacoby inside pass there to Weisenberger. Weisenberger fouled on her way up by Wanowiak, as 11 versus 11 there. Wanowiak's second foul, and I'll say only her second foul. It's a team third, though, already in the half for the Evergreens. Weisenberger heads the line for 2. He hits the first one. Mentioned it in the first half. We'll mention it again here in the second half. It is birthday celebration day for Desi, and hits both free throws. She unwraps a couple free throws as birthday gifts here. She's got 4 points this afternoon. 14-15 left in the game. Zarnik gets it over to Studeman. Studeman, her 2 points with Johnson on her. Kicks it back up to Minahan. And around the horn, the Evergreens go. Wanowiak was weak side. Now they swing it back around to strong side. Low post. Wanowiak with it. Takes one dribble. Turns to the rim, and it's good. Easy work there, or at least Wanowiak makes it look easy as she wheeled around Jacoby. She's got 13 points. Leads all scorers here in Marshfield. Jacoby right back with it. Her shot just a bit long. And Jacoby unable to wrestle the loose ball loose from the hands of Hannah Studeman. Evergreens down by 3. Chance to tie the game here perhaps on this offensive possession, but the way they feed Wanowiak on the inside, a 3 is unlikely. Zarnik in the lane, back to back out. Minahan with it here, sees a curling Fernstedt, passed up on her. Skip pass over to Zarnik into Wanowiak. Wanowiak left hand around Jacoby is up and good. Alexis Wanowiak pouring it on here. She's got 15 now in the game, and it's a 1-point Marshfield lead. Wanowiak picks up her 3rd. And see now what Coach Bullis does, and he does bring Wanowiak out. Langseth in for her. Bushak takes a seat for the Tigers. Weisenberger in the lane, strong right hand and good off the backboard. Desi Weisenberger comes right back, puts Marshfield back up by 3. So Evergreens and Tigers essentially trading buckets here in the second half. It was a 4-point Marshfield lead out of halftime. The lead now is 3, so essentially unchanged. Only big difference is it's a one-possession game here as these two go back and forth. Fernstedt looked at a 3, instead brings it back out, skipped all the way over to Zarnik. Zarnik takes Bushak baseline, left hand no, but foul is called as Zarnik went up with it. That foul is on Brooklyn. Bushak is going to send Paige Zarnik to the line. Zarnik scoreless so far here today. Free throw is up on its way, and that's going to be long. Zarnik will shoot free throw number 2 and look to trim the Marshfield lead. That one also long. Rebound comes off to Weisenberger. Weisenberger outlet pass to Johnson. So empty trip there for the Evergreens. Jacoby in the lane, stops, pops in. Jacoby comes right back, and that'll send Wanowiak back to the scorer's table. Coach Bullis quickly taps her on her left shoulder and sends her back. She'll check in, be in at the next dead ball. It's a 5-point Marshfield lead. Skipped all the way over to Fernstedt. Fernstedt looked inside, instead skips it all the way back to the other side. Jacoby steps in front of Langseth, forces the ball back weak side. Langseth follows the ball to that side. Jacoby stays right in the middle here of this Marshfield Tigers zone defense. Three-pointer is going to be launched by Fernstedt. That's just long, and Jacoby comes down with the rebound. Jenna turns it up for the Tigers. Looks, Weisenberger down the low post, gives it right back to Jacoby. Jacoby, 8-footer, rolls off the rim, no. Studeman with the rebound, and we're going to have a full timeout here. It's a timeout by the Evergreens. Coach Bullis calls his first timeout of the second half. With 11:08 left, it's Marshfield 30, DC Everest 25.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
Jason Zaleski back with you here in Marshfield. Wisconsin Valley Conference basketball. It's the home Marshfield Tigers leading the DC Everest Evergreens 30-25 alongside Lucas Hoheisel. We will take you the rest of the way here as we come down the stretch in this one, and we come down the stretch here of the 2018-2019 basketball season. Just about 10 days left of girls basketball to be played before they head to tour. The winner here set themselves up for a much better seed come playoff time, and the winner here will bring the conference record back to 5-5. Both teams sitting at 4-5 coming into this one. Marshfield was at 3-5 just 24 hours ago, but beat Wausau East last night. 3 on the way for Minahan is good. Get our first three-pointer of the game for either team. The Evergreens back to within 2. Marshfield took care of Wausau East on the road last night, and it was Everest falling at home to Spash. So both teams back at it here just about 18 hours later in the day. The entry pass to Weisenberger was partially deflected and out of bounds. Tigers will keep the ball. It's Coach Varsho here in her first year. Looks to get, again, her Tigers back to even here in conference. That's what we talked about in the pregame show with both coaches. Coach Varsho looking for a spark here in this game to really propel her team. Bushak from 12, it's good. Brooklyn Bushak got a favorite spot on the court. She got 4 points. We've seen her in games we've done this year hit from almost that identical spot often. Johnson went for the steal, didn't quite get it, and Jacoby attempted the same thing, and she's going to get caught with a foul as she bodied into the Evergreen player. It looked like that was Langseth. And only Jacoby's first foul, is find that a little bit interesting. A lot of contact down low all game between her and Winowiak, going both ways. It's Winowiak with 3, and Jacoby just picked up her first foul there. Entry pass into Langseth. Weisenberger on her. Both go up, and it's Langseth with the points. First points here for Danny Langseth, and again, it's just a 2-point game, 9:25 left. Skipped all the way over to Bushak, heads it around to Jacoby. Right back Bushak, same spot, and that one left just a bit short. Langseth, loose ball, and Weisenberger and Minahan fight for it, and it's a jump ball. It's going to go back the way of the Evergreens, so the Evergreens get the jump ball, but not exactly what they wanted. And after the inbound here, the possession arrow is going to point back to Marshfield. Possession arrow could be a factor here as we come down the stretch in this tight game. Minahan over to Studeman. Studeman with Bushak on her. Gets it right back. Langseth drives baseline and Weisenberger up with the right hand. No. Weisenberger stayed with her every step of the way. And then Langseth is going to get caught with the foul coming back down the court. It was a good move by Langseth. Probably makes that shot 9 out of 10 times. That just happened to be the time that it fell off the rim and out. And we're going to have a timeout here by Marshfield as Coach Varsho is going to set things up for her Tigers as they come down the stretch. 8:45 left before half. We'll be back.
Check out Clemmy Sales, located at 125 North 2nd Avenue in Stratford. For over a century, Clemmy Sales has been your #1 trusted Chevrolet dealership. From beginning to end in your car buying process, Clemmy will treat you like family each and every visit. Head on down to Clemmy Sales today to check out all their inventory, including the all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado. Clemmy Sales, proud supporters of local high school athletics.
.8:45 to go here in the game as the Tigers coming out of a Coach Varsho timeout. Coach looking to get her girls set up here as they come down the final stretch in this one. Again, 8:45 left in the game. Tigers up by 2, 32-30. Johnson to Michaels in the corner. Michaels into Weisenberger, just a bit too tall for her, and Fernstadt comes down with the loose ball. So out of that timeout, Tigers didn't get what they were looking for there. And Evergreens now with a chance to tie or take the lead with 8:25 left in the game. Studeman over to Minahan. Fernstadt with Michaels on her. Again, 3-2 defense. 3 on the way from Minahan was just a bit too long. Rebound comes out long, and the Tigers come back up with it. Weisenberger in. Right hand is up high off the backboard and good for Desiree Weisenberger. 8 points for the birthday girl here today, and the Tigers back up by 4. They've led by as much as 6. That's been their biggest lead of the game. Have had no lead changes since about the 10-minute mark in the first half. Langseth up top, swings it around, and steps were taken by Fernstadt before the ball came down, so turnover back to the Tigers. Johnson brings it up for the Tigers. Jacoby, high post. Johnson, 3 on the way, short off the front of the rim. But we're going to have a loose ball foul called. Foul was not on the shooter. Fernstadt, I believe, grabbed Jacoby after Jacoby passed that ball back to Johnson. And as Jacoby was headed to crash the boards, I believe it was Fernstadt that grabbed her on the way through. Certainly didn't foul the shooter. We'd have 3 free throws right now. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. Johnson, Jacoby looked for the screen. Michaels, 3 on the way, is short. Rebound on the other side. Bushak goes back up with it, and she was fouled on her way up. Brooklyn Bushak will go back to the line. Will actually go to the line for the first time today. Does Bushak. Tigers 3 Free throws made here in the half, and free throw number 4 is good. Tigers 2 for 5 in the first half from the line. And they're 4 for 5 in the second half, and free throw number 6 is long. Schmoll, Jacoby putting on full court pressure. Schmoll falls down and travels as she looked to step through that double team and dragged her pivot foot, and then to the ground she went. Tigers get the ball right back. Preston out. Michaels back in for the Tigers. 7 team fouls now for the Evergreens, and Tigers will shoot free throws here the rest of the way. We've got 7 minutes left in the game. Jacoby, high post, out to Bushak. Bushak, 12-footer, no. Weisenberger, rebound, up, no. And ball comes down into Langseth's hands, and Bushak, lucky didn't get a foul there called on her. Evergreens come back the other way. They're down by 5. Wanoviak comes way high to get the ball. Does get it there. Swings around to Schmoll. Schmoll gets the ball back to the other side, and Langseth with it now as Wanoviak comes open here in the low blocks over Weisenberger, up and good. That was just a matter of time before Wanoviak was going to touch the ball in that possession. There was no other way that was going to go down. And you would think Wanoviak's going to touch the ball a lot here in these next 6 minutes. Michaels, 3, off to the left, no good. Wanoviak with the rebound. Settled down there by Studeman. Studeman bounces it back to Schmoll. Tigers back off on the full court pressure. Loose ball handling there by Schmoll. Kind of teased Johnson with it there. Johnson went for it and contacted Schmoll, and Johnson's going to pick up the foul. Only her first. It's a team third. Langseth comes out. Anderson in for the Evergreens. So back to a 3-point game. Evergreens again with the ball. Coach Bullis looks up at the clock. He sees 5:45 left in the game. Nice pick and roll there. Basket up and down low by Studeman, no, but she's going to have 2 free throws, as that was almost an and one opportunity there, as that ball just about rolled in for Hannah Studeman. Studeman first time at the line today. Her Evergreens down by 3. First shot of the shooting foul is up and no good. Bounced off the front of the rim and then off the backboard. Jacoby comes over to check with Coach Varsho for instructions on their next offensive possession. Free throw here is up and good, so Studeman goes 1 for 2 from the line. It's a 2-point game. Jacoby with the ball up ahead to Michaels, or to Johnson. Right back to Jacoby. Johnson temporarily alone in the corner. Gets it up to Michaels. Johnson flashes down low, up and in. Katie Johnson scores for the first time today. Tigers again ratchet up the pressure. Preston with the turnover. That was a tip. Katie Johnson tipped that ball on the inbound pass. Tigers right back with the ball. 5 minutes left here in the game. Bounced right back to Johnson. She looks to the other side. As the Evergreen zone defense now extends beyond the 3-point line. Bounce pass in. Kick back out to Jacoby, and we're going to have a Marshfield timeout. Have a timeout here in Marshfield with 4:56 left in the game. It's the Tigers 37, Evergreens 33.
Choose Custom Heating and Cooling for all your HVAC needs. For years, we have been providing the highest level of home comfort products for central Wisconsin. Our philosophy is simple. Our clients are our most important assets, and to protect them, we use the best service and equipment available. 24-hour service is ready for you now. Visit us at customheating.org or Custom Heating on Facebook. Choose Custom Heating and Cooling.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
Again, make sure to check out the Zaleski Sports Facebook network for highlights here all over the place, as we were without school Monday through Thursday, so all athletic events were canceled all week up until last night, and now it's been a flurry of action. We'll end it with a 36-hour stretch of 8 live broadcasts and highlights aplenty. Make sure to check those out. Those highlights brought to you by the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. Your kid's going to go to college, and they should definitely check out UW-Stevens Point, now with campuses in Marshfield and Wausau. UW-Stevens Point, a new chapter in education. 4:40 left. Tigers up by 4 with the ball. We're out of a Marshfield Tiger Coach Varsho timeout. Preston gets it out in the corner to Michaels and worked all the way back around. The Tigers work a version of the 4-corner offense here, more of a 3-corner offense. Michaels left alone in the corner for 3 on the way. Timber! Maddie Michaels been looking for a 3-pointer all day and gets one to fall in her 7th attempt from beyond the arc, and Schmoll is pushed as she stepped out of bounds. We thought we were going to have a turnover there. Coach Varsho thought that ball was coming back to the Tigers, and as Schmoll ran in front of the scorers table, the referee had the best angle on it and said it was a push by Paige Preston that forced Schmoll out of bounds. 7 points now, the biggest Tiger lead of the afternoon. 3 on the way from Studeman is off the back of the rim, no, and Bushak all alone there for the rebound as the Evergreens retreated back on defense after the shot. Coach Varsho now actively coaching her Tigers here as they come down the final stretch with 3:45 left in the game. Jacoby turns on Winoviak, kicks it out to Michaels. Right back to Jacoby. And the Tigers will reset their offense here. As, again, they are in no hurry to run any offense as they've got a 7-point lead in a low-scoring game that would be similar to a 14-point lead in a high-scoring game. Bushak bounce pass to Preston in the corner, and she is fouled as she lost the ball, so the whistle there saves the Tigers a turnover. And the foul goes against Zoe Minahan, foul number 2, with the Tigers in the bonus here, and they have been for the last 2 fouls. They will send Preston to the line. Free throw is up and good as it bounced back in, and bonus free throw coming here for Paige Preston as she extends the Tiger lead to 8. Again, make sure to stay tuned to the post-game show. We will do our best to find Coach Varsho here post-game, and our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House Player of the Game will be had. We can always track those kids down there. They don't mind coming on and telling us about the game. It's the coaches that get a little bit squirrely post-game. Schmoll turns on Johnson, no, but fouled, and she was fouled on her way up, so shooting foul. 2 shots coming up for Schmoll. But again, post-game show, we'll bring you post-game stats and reaction again from Coach Taylor Varsho, and we'll have a Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player to be named. I've got one in mind. Message on the chat window down below if you've got a suggestion. As Schmoll went for the steal, but off of her last, and it'll be Marshfield ball out of bounds. And then you'll watch for highlights of this game just a bit later this evening. I'll show you all the best that there was to offer. Again, Winoviak leads all scorers with 17. The Evergreen there getting the job done. Alexis Winoviak went for 16 last night and has got 17 here in this game. 2:50 left in it, though. And they're going to need a lot more of Winoviak here to tighten things up here. We'll stay right here with 2:47 left in the game. Again, it's Marshfield up 42-38. Their biggest lead of the game is now with these 8 points. Here tonight, again, more live sports coming later on tonight. Broadcast starts at 7. Tip is at 7:15 in Neilsville. Boys Clover Belt East basketball as the Neilsville Warriors host the Greenwood Indians. That's a makeup game from earlier this week. Again, we had no athletic activities with school canceled due to snow on Monday, and then cold weather overtook the area on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And it is a steaming hot 30 degrees outside right now, and believe it or not, with the wind chill being factored in, that's a 72-degree increase from moments during the midweek. Tough to understand. But people out enjoying outdoor activities here today, but when you settle in tonight, make sure to check out highlights, check out that live game over in Neilsville. Jacoby goes up over Winoviak, and shot was altered. And they're going to say Winoviak touched the ball last. I don't know that she touched the ball at all, but no foul was called, so Marshfield retains possession here. Johnson with it with 2:35 left. Bushak gets it back to Jacoby. Jacoby sends it in, a wild pass inside, almost picked off. Marshfield fortunate to come away with it as Preston picks it up there, gets it back to Johnson. And the foul committed there by Minahan will send the Tigers back to the line. It'll be Katie Johnson. Johnson will step to the free throw line for the first time tonight that was not a double bonus there. After the free throw was missed, both teams stood and just kind of observed the ball. Strange event there. Winoviak down low, up and over, no good, but she's fouled on her way up. And she will have 2 free throws, so everybody can rest on the first one here, but there was no rest for anybody on that Johnson free throw, but everybody stood still and looked up at the basket as Winoviak rolls her first one in. But everybody thought that was going to be a 2 free throw event down there, and it was not. Winoviak's second one is up and good, so Winoviak makes good on both of her free throws. 19 points on the night for Winoviak. She's got more than half of the Evergreen scoring here, but it's a 6-point deficit for Winoviak's Evergreens. 1:50 left in the game. Jacoby on the high elbow, gets the ball back. Johnson had an open shot but didn't take it as the Tigers looking to watch this clock speed fast towards zeros, and Johnson's going to head back to the free throw line. And the Evergreen's now in the double bonus, so 2 free throws now, as everybody will rest on the first one. And the officials tell you when they send that ball to the free throw shooter, they'll tell you to rest or they'll tell you this is one shot, and apparently nobody paid attention on that last interaction. Johnson hits both of these. Tigers back up by 8 with 1:40 left. Schmoll up ahead with it. Johnson on her. Schmoll blocked by Jacoby. Jacoby with the block up ahead here to Preston, and she's going to pull it back out. As again, the Tigers will be in no hurry here to run any type of offense except just to wind time off the clock. And we'll have a foul called on Schmoll. That'll send Preston to the line for 2 shots. But all that started with the Jacoby block, and perhaps that block may seal this one here for the Tigers this afternoon. Free throw is up and good for Preston. Tigers doing their part here, free throw shooting. They've only missed three free throws here in the second half. This one is up and no good, so just as I say it, the kiss of death, as I'm called at times. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. That'll send Studeman to the line for a bonus free throw.
Falls on number 3, Michaels, for third. At the line,
Tigers 9 of 13 shooting, though, in the second half. Still a fairly decent mark there from the free throw line. First is up and good, so bonus free throw will be awarded here to Studeman. She's 2 for 3 from the line today. As Schmoll and her 3 fouls come out here, as Coach Bullis will sub in offense-defense for the next 1:17. Suderman, second free throw is up and good. 7 points is the margin here. Up ahead, way up ahead to Bushak, and Bushak's going to pull it out. Send that back up to Michaels. Michaels right back to Bushak in the corner. Sends it back to Michaels. Tigers waiting for the foul to be called. Trying to get the ball moved faster than the foul can happen. Jacoby with it, and there's some pushing going on there by both. I think a foul maybe could have been called either way, but foul is going to be called on Fernstadt. It was also Jacoby's left arm that went forward at the same time. So 57 seconds left. Now Jacoby will go to the line for a pair of free throws. Up and good for Jacoby. Jacoby 2 for 4 free throw shooting here today. Free throw number 5 will be on its way here in a moment. And it rolls in and then back in. So it rimmed all the way around off the backboard and fell back in. So Jacoby now with 15 points on the night. Schmoll's shot came up short. Long three on the way is off the backboard. No, Jacoby with it. And the Tigers up by 9. Going to put the finishing touches on this one here. They're going to move their conference record to 5-5. And win a couple games here back-to-back and set themselves up here for the rest of the season. Again, make sure to stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll go down and, again, do our best to talk to Coach Taylor Varsho. And we will talk to our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game. And 23 seconds, that foul actually went against Johnson as both of those players race back to pick up that loose ball. Bernstead goes to the line and hits the first one. We'll get a bonus free throw. But with only 23 seconds left here, it looks to me like a Marshfield Tiger Valley Conference win here, and they'll have 2 wins in the last 24 hours. That ball bounces off the back of the rim. No, Johnson pulls it down. Evergreens retreat. And the Tigers will be able to let the final seconds tick off here at the Bozen Fieldhouse as they will pick up the win here over the DC Everest Evergreens. Under 5 left. Our final score here from Marshfield is the Tigers 47 and the Evergreens 39. And we will recap here full game stats momentarily. And again, our post-game show will begin here in just a moment. We hope to catch up with Marshfield Tiger head coach Taylor Varsho, and we will talk to our Zaleski Sports Highlight House player of the game. And we'll be able to wish a happy birthday to Desiree Weisenberger. She will join us post-game. All that coming up and more after this.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Are you looking for a daycare close to Auburndale? Little Sprouts Learning Garden Daycare, located at 10564 North School Road, has a convenient location right next to Auburndale schools. When you bring your children to Little Sprouts, you know that you're leaving them in good hands. With a capacity of 50 children, this daycare is open to all children from 6 weeks to 12 years. Conveniently open from 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, Little Sprouts Learning Garden in Auburndale is your family-friendly daycare.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, has fresh cheese curds made daily, along with cheese and sausage trays for your next gathering. Nasonville Dairy is home to over 24 cheese varieties, 1.5 million pounds of milk daily, gives you cheddar, feta, Colby, and even blue marble jack. Shop in the store or online at NasonvilleDairy.com. Nasonville Dairy, a family tradition of quality. Back here at the Bozen Fieldhouse, Marshfield over the DC Everest Evergreens, 47-39. Final game stats are these. We'll start with the visiting Evergreens. Leading all scorers tonight, Alexis Winoviak with 19, Mallory Schmoll with 9, Hannah Studeman with 5, Zoe Minahan with 3, and Danny Langseth with 2. For the victorious Marshfield Tigers, leading the Tigers in scoring tonight, Jenna Jacoby with 15, Desiree Weisenberger and Paige Preston each with 8, Maddie Michaels with 7, Brooklyn Bushak had 5, and Katie Johnson with 4 points tonight. We'll head down to the court here in just a moment, and again do our best to talk to Marshfield Tiger head coach Taylor Varsho. We will also talk to our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Desiree Weisenberger. All that coming up and more after this. All right.
Just a short drive from Marshfield, Chili Implement is your local headquarters for snow removal equipment for your home or business. Take advantage of 0% financing on select make and models. See store for details. The friendly staff at Chili Implement is there to help equip you this season for whatever snow removal needs you may have. Just 10 miles west of Marshfield, Chili Implement, an authorized dealer for Kubota, is located north of Highway 10 on County Road Y in Chili.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Gross Motors of Neilsville, the area's best choice for new and used Chrysler automobiles. Shop close to home for a great selection of new Chrysler Pacifica minivans and the entire Chrysler line of vehicles. You can also see over 700 new and used vehicles at grossauto.com. Gross Motors on Highway 10 in Neilsville, home of the no-hassle price, Gross Motors.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
All right, we are back here at the Bozen Fieldhouse in Marshfield. It was the Marshfield Tigers 47-39 over the DC Everest Evergreens. We're here with our Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House player of the game, Desi Weisenberger. First, though, it's happy birthday today.
Thank you.
So 8 points on your birthday. I don't know, maybe you've got other stuff planned here today, but just talk about your game overall and what it was like to play on your birthday.
Well, this is the third time we played Everest on my birthday, so it's always fun. But I'm glad we played together as a team. Having 2 games back to back, it's tough. Legs are tired and everything. Now we got 2 more games back to back coming up, so I'm glad we ran hard and pushed it and put a lot of effort in tonight for a great win.
Yeah. Now Winoviak for the Evergreens. I mean, she's a lot to handle. I mean, she's a load down there. Led all players in scoring tonight with 19, but still though came away with the win. How do you feel defensively that the team played, considering all things?
I think we played good. We talked. I think we can still do better on defense, especially down in the post. But we shut down the three-point shooters really well, so that was pretty good.
Now the win tonight, and after last night, you're back to 5-5 now in the conference. So you're back to 500, in third place right now. What's the plan going forward? How do you see the team progressing over these next couple games to end the season?
I think we're gonna pull through, play really strong. Should be good. I think the next two games coming up. Tuesday against Chippewa is going to be pretty tough, but Rapids, I think we got them.
Yeah, right. Prediction, you heard it here. No, just kidding. All right, so we're going to put you in the house here. Lucas, keep it rolling. So I'm going to take this off here. Who's taking a picture of us there? Well, somebody's got to, right? Yeah. All right, I'm just going to clip this on right up here. Okay, so you hang on to this. I'm going to step out of the way so you can look up that camera up there. I'm in the house, okay? You can say anything else you want. You can put your special spin on it. Jenna flexed on the camera last year. I mean, you can do whatever
I don't want to compare myself to Jenna.
All right, but I'm going to step out of the way. I'll count down 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And then I'm in the house, okay?
Okay. You want to do this with me? Ready? Can they see him? Okay. Ready? We're going to say, I'm in the house. Okay?
I'm a mama.
Ready? When he says go, I'm in the house.
I'm Mama's house.
No, you're not in Mama's house.
I'll trade you a microphone for a shirt if that's all right.
Thank you.
There you go. Nice job tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Lucas, send us to commercial. We'll wait for Coach Varsho to come down, and we'll talk to Coach Varsho here in just a minute.
Just a short drive from Marshfield, Chili Implement is your local headquarters for snow removal equipment for your home or business. Take advantage of 0% financing on select make and models. See store for details. The friendly staff at Chili Implement is there to help equip you this season for whatever snow removal needs you may have. Just 10 miles west of Marshfield, Chili Implement, an authorized dealer for Kubota, is located north of Highway 10 on County Road Y in Chili.
Door Pro of Stratford has been your local source for garage and overhead doors since 2003. Door Pro can custom design your door solutions, or you can use their online tools at doorprollc.com to see what a new garage door could do to improve your home. Door Pro of Stratford, call them at 715-384-7978. Door Pro of Stratford, proud to support local athletes and their teams.
Phelps' Dairy Store, located just southeast of Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point, has fresh cheese curds 7 days a week. Phelps' has a vast selection of cheeses and meats, including the popular potato wurst. Fresh milk pumped daily from 700 cows and farm tours available. See Phelps' Dairy Store in person or visit us at phelpsdairystore.com. Phelps' Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Back here at Bozen Fieldhouse, visiting with Marshfield Tiger head coach Taylor Varsho. Coach, you told me before the game had a little bit of a headache, but you get the win here tonight. The head feel a little bit better after a win like that?
Yeah, you know, having a conference win on your home floor on a Saturday afternoon is a pretty special feeling.
What was the plan for Winoviak coming in? She did end up leading all scorers with 19. You come away with the win. How do you feel you did defensively?
You know, we knew that she was going to be a battle from the get-go the first time we played her. So she scored on us the first time when we were fronting and playing on the front side and then sliding on the three-quarter side. But we tried three-quarter and slide behind, but that didn't really work out too well. So we also tried doubling off of her today. You know, kind of off of another player that's a non-threat, and that worked really well. Brooklyn Bushak really wanted that assignment and took that under her wing and mastered that. You know, we didn't do the best defensively on her tonight, but at the end of the day, you know, we came out with the win, and if we do end up seeing them in the sectional, we'll definitely have another game plan for her.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame, moving to 5-5, getting back to 500, yep. And we said if. Well, now we say
yeah.
Did.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It did happen. So, what's the plan for the rest of the season? What's the ceiling now for your team?
You know, I think it's just, you know, taking every drill and every game that everything matters. You know, you can't take a game off, you can't take a play off, and I think my girls really finally are kind of buying into what I believe in, and you know, every practice matters. You have to be there to practice, and you know, the drill package that we do every day is so important. We have a huge next week coming up, and hopefully we have enough school days to get practices in. But practice is important, so you know, we just gotta keep battling.
Desi was your second leading scorer today, and we see her handing out birthday treats now on her birthday. So just talk about what it's like to play on your birthday. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but the effort she put in, and then the rest of the girls today.
You know, coming off the bench is not an easy task for some of these players, but she really, you know, she's stuck into it. She really made a difference on the floor, and having two tall players and two aggressive posts in there was the key difference today. So having her come off the bench, she was a huge asset for us today.
All right, Coach, 47-39. I know we're going to see you later on in the season. Thanks for stopping by. Guys, again, we've got more live sports coming tonight. Go to ZaleskiSportsShow.com, click Live Sports, and you'll see the next one. Broadcast starts at 7. That is Cloverbell East boys basketball in Neillsville. As the Neillsville Warriors host the Greenwood Indians, we'll watch along with you, and we will see you then.